Thanks for tuning in. You're watching ARIRANG News Break. I'm Han-daeun in Seoul. Our top story this morning, President Park Geun-hye is back in South Korea after wrapping up her state visit to Iran. Sealing deal after deal during her stay, the two countries will now be able to explore boundless business opportunities with each other. President Park also helped win Iran's support for the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula, a diplomatic coup considering Tehran's long-standing ties with North Korea. Song Ji-sun reports.
Korea's first state visit to Iran in 54 years was over and done within just 50 hours, but it could have hardly gone any better. President Park Geun-hye did not waste a single minute, taking step after step to upgrade bilateral relations in numerous fields. A staggering $37 billion worth of deals to upgrade Iran's infrastructure were signed under the comprehensive partnership agreed between Presidents Park and Rouhani. In their first joint statement, the two sides reaffirmed their commitment to a world free of nuclear weapons.
아울러 저는 한반도와 동북아 지역의 항구적 평화와 안정을 위한 열쇠는 한반도 평화 통일에 있음을 강조했으며 이란 측은 한반도 평화 통일을 위한 한국 국민의 열망에 대해 지지를 표명해 주었습니다.
Iran supports peace in the Korean Peninsula and is against any type of nuclear development. Our principle is that there should be no dangerous nuclear weapons in the Middle East or on the Korean Peninsula.
Just hours after her summit talks with Rouhani, President Park sat down with Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, the country's highest figure in religion and politics. At the symbolic meeting as the first non-Muslim female leader to visit Iran, President Park and Khamenei shared a common view of developing bilateral relations. President Park also carried out her usual ritual while on an overseas trip. She attended a business forum to link Korean companies with local buyers, stressing the importance of culture at an exchange event, and meeting with overseas Koreans to encourage them to build bridges between the two countries. Her last step before boarding the plane was a visit to Iran's National Museum to gain a deeper understanding of Persian culture and its legacy. With the Iran trip under her belt, President Park has completed a chain of visits to Turkey, Arab nations, and Iran during her term, reinforcing her diplomacy in the Middle East. Song Ji-sun, ARIRANG News.
Heavy rains and powerful winds swept across Korea yesterday and overnight, and while the rain has mostly stopped, the country is still being buffered by strong winds, which is quite unusual for this time of the year. Korea's central region is seeing the strongest winds, with strong wind alert now in place in Seoul, Gyeonggi-do, North Chungcheong-do, and North Gyeongsang-do provinces. Several flights were canceled at Seoul's Gimpo International Airport and Jeju International Airport this morning due to the strong gusts of wind. The Korea Airports Corporation says all flights should be running as scheduled by the afternoon. The United States has reiterated that it will never accept North Korea as a nuclear power, and it will increase its deterrence against the regime's provocations. Washington, however, says the door to dialogue remains open. Park Jong-hong has more.
Should North Korea increase its provocations, the U.S. will also raise the bar in its deterrence posture. This was one of the key remarks by Daniel Russell, U.S. Assistant Secretary of State for East Asian and Pacific Affairs, speaking at a seminar at the Center for Strategic and International Studies.
We will not allow the threat from North Korea to grow without taking appropriate compensating and deterrent measures.
He was elaborating on his previous remarks that the U.S. is ready to take, quote, defense-related measures if Pyongyang conducts a fifth nuclear test. Russell also said the United States will never accept North Korea as a nuclear power. He added there's no change on the solid U.S. policy toward the North, stressing that Washington's top priority is protecting the country and its allies by way of denuclearizing the Korean Peninsula. Russell did say, however, that North Korea has a path to prosperity and security, but that gateway is only through denuclearization and negotiation. Former Undersecretary of State Wendy Sherman, also at the seminar, said the U.S., South Korea, Japan, and China should begin to discuss potential contingencies, such as a regime collapse or a coup in North Korea. Park Jung-hong, ARIRANG News.
Donald Trump has basically sealed the Republican nomination in the race for the White House, crushing his rivals in the Indiana primary on Tuesday. Losing yet again, Texas Senator Ted Cruz has called an end to his presidential campaign, clearing Trump's path to the nomination as there's no serious competition left. The votes are still being counted in Indiana, but the billionaire businessman has around 53% to Cruz's 37%. On the Democratic side, Hillary Clinton and Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders are too close to call at this time. Both have around 50% of the vote in Indiana as the count goes on. The final results are expected within the next hour. The latest national poll released by Rasmussen Reports on Monday showed in a hypothetical race between Trump and Clinton, Trump had 41% to Clinton's 39%. Korea's foreign exchange reserves rose for the second straight month in April. The Bank of Korea says the reserves swelled to around $372 billion as of the end of last month, up roughly $2.6 billion from March. The central bank attributes the increase to a rise in investment profits and the dollar converted value of the strong Japanese yen and British pound. In April, the yen jumped 4% against the greenback, while the pound strengthened over 1.5%. Korea has the 7th largest foreign reserves in the world, following China, Japan, and Switzerland, among others. That's all for now from all of us here at Arirang. Thank you for watching.